Hello everyone, myself Sabri and I welcome you to our channel Solution Bridge Network and one-stop solution for all your Power Platform tutorials.
Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to understand how to mimic the SharePoint Document Library experience in Power Apps. By achieving this, we will be able to have additional control and access level permissions that we can maintain directly inside the Power Apps rather than customizing it at the SharePoint site. So the use case what I have taken here is a SharePoint document library with multiple level of branchings. So if you see here, the document library what I have taken is a document upload from Power Apps, which has a folder and as well as files. And when I just navigate to one of the folder, it has a subfolder and the files associated. So we would like to create the same experience, the same navigation experience, and even with the download option available in the Power Apps itself. Let me jump to the Power App screen and start creating this experience. To achieve this, first I would like to connect my SharePoint library as a source. So let me go to the data, call the SharePoint connector, and from here, let me connect the SharePoint document library. So it's in my Power Apps SharePoint site, and the document library which I would like to connect here is document upload from Power Apps. So let me select that and click on connect. Once we have that data added, now we would start creating that experience. So I would like to leverage the vertical gallery first. So let me type in gallery, connect to the vertical gallery. I would like to place it accordingly. And here I will change it from default item, image, title and subtitle to title and subtitle. And I will connect this gallery to the source, whatever we have connected, which is document upload from Power Apps. Now let's start customizing the gallery. The first item, what we see here is a title. So let's say this item dot name. So this will give us the name of the specific file that we are actually looking here. And we do have a subtitle, which we will call it as this item dot created time. If you see here, you could see vendor 1, vendor 2, test folder 1, branch 2, and there are different types of files. But if you see the source document library, the first step what we hear is vendor 1, vendor 2, and 3 other files. But here we do have all the files associated with it. So we need to make sure we categorize whether the specific item what we are seeing is a file or a folder. So let me select that, resize accordingly so that I can add a specific icon. So select the gallery item, go to insert, add an icon, add any icon so that we can customize it later. Place it here and go to the icon property. Here, let's say if this item dot is folder, this is a property from the SharePoint. I'm using this item dot is folder. If it is true, then I would like to call it as icon dot folder, else it is icon dot document with content, by which now we will be able to categorize whether the specific item what we are seeing is of a type folder or of a type document. The next step, we need to make sure it just shows only the first level of documents available in the document library. So let me go select the gallery, select the source so that we will be able to see the preview of data available here. This is the preview. Now, if you just navigate here, you will find a section called path, which will give you the differentiation of the list available. So for the first two item, it is available in the document upload from Power Up section, and rest it's available in a subfolder and followed by it's a sub of subfolder. So we need to leverage this to have that created. So what I would like to do here on the onStart property of the app, I will create one collection which will define this. So I would like to say clear collect, call navigation, and this call navigation will have a table property, table of the first item, what I would like to call as the ID. The first one has the ID number 1. And next, the name, it is, we will just call in the exact name. It is document upload from Power Apps. We have a spell error. It is documents upload from Power Apps. Next is the path. So I would just copy the same thing and add a slash next to it, so that we will have the same information as we seen in the path section of that gallery. Now let me close the curly bracket and close the table property followed by the collection. Let me run the onStart property so that this collection navigation that gets created. So it has one ID, the name of it is the documents upload from Power Apps, and the path here is the default path. So let me do a format text so that this arranged accordingly, followed by we create a variable set where folder path, and I would like to say first off the collection whatever we have created dot path. So by default, this will be our folder path. So this gets aligned to documents upload from Power Apps whenever the app starts. Let me run the app on start so that the folder path value get assigned. Now it's time for us to go and configure the gallery. Select the gallery, use a filter function on the items property, filter, document uploads from Power Apps, comma, path, that is the folder path, is equal to where folder path. Just close the bracket. Immediately, now you can see that vendor 1, vendor 2 is filtered and you see only two folders and three file items similar to what we are seeing here. The next approach, what we would like to do is whenever we click this vendor name, we need to show all these three files. So we need to configure this button to navigate to the vendor 1. You remember we have used the folder path variable. The same, we will use it here. So let's say on select set where folder path is nothing but this item dot full path followed by a slash. Now we have this configured. So let me rerun the onStart property so that we get landed to the default document library page. And I'm just holding the alt and clicking this arrow. So now we have redirected to the vendor 1 where we have three items. Just going back to make sure we have test folder 1, 3 and the document. Yes. Let's navigate again. So we do have a next folder called branch 2 and other two documents. Let me go inside the test folder. Yes. So we are in vendor 1 and test folder. We do have branch 2 and other two documents. Now we have this experience created where the top level navigation is what missing here that we are about to create. And I would like to add one more reset control so that whenever we click the reset control, the onStart property of the app will be called. So let me copy the items on the onStart property and replace here. And whenever I click reset, that gets reverted back to the original version of that document library. To create the top level navigation, I would like to leverage the gallery again, and this gallery will be of type blank horizontal gallery. So let me add a blank horizontal gallery, adjust the size accordingly, and place it on the top. Would like to expand it so that the size gets auto adjusted. And here I would like to edit this, reduce the size for the each of the line item, and let me connect this gallery to that call navigation. So in the call navigation, let me add a text label, and followed by we will have a small arrow which will just resemble the SharePoint Document Library experience. And we will just change the color so that it looks good. We will increase the template size a bit more, followed by the arrangement of the icons. Now this shows that we are on the default page, that is the reset document library property. Whenever we click this item, we need to make sure one more item is getting added to this call navigation, and that should be of type vendor name. So let me go in here. I will add one more property, collect call navigation. And call navigation have three different inputs. So let me add the same table of the first input is id. Id is nothing but the last of call navigation dot id plus 1. This is an increment of the existing last id. Next, the name is this item dot name. Similarly, next is the path. This is this item dot full path followed by an ampersand symbol and a slash. Let me close this curly bracket, table, and then the collection. Now, whenever you click that arrow mark inside the gallery, the folder path gets assigned to one variable wherein your call navigation gets a new entry. Let me go back, reset the complete gallery. Now, when I click here, you see this? The first step is the document library, and now we are inside the vendor 1 folder. If I go back, it just goes to the next level, which is test folder 1. If you go next, it will be into branch 2 where your branch 2 folder is empty, and that's the reason you are not able to see anything here. Let me go back. The next step, what we would like to do here, whenever we click any item here, this gets resetted and reverts back to the same item. So select that label, and in the onSelect property of that label, you can do a simple remove if condition. Remove if call navigation where id is greater than this item.id. Let's say if I'm selecting the first item, then id greater than 1 will be removed from the collection. And also we need to make sure to set the folder path. So set where folder path is equal to this item.path. So now let's run. And if I click the vendor 1, you see automatically the other two items gets removed and you are on the vendor folder. If you click document upload from Power Apps, this navigates back one step. If you go to vendor 2, your vendor 2 will be selected. Here we don't have any specific folder to navigate, but still we have this indication. So if you click this, what happens here is it just creates an item there which we don't want to create unless until it is a folder. So let me go back and customize this button accordingly in a way that this should happen if and only if it is a folder. So let me do one comment, and at the top I would like to add an if condition. If this item dot is folder, then do this. In the else condition, I will use a simple launch function. This item dot link to the item, which will just open the item directly in your browser. Now let me go back, do a reset. So this is your first. Whenever you click a folder, you get the navigation at the top, and whenever you click a file, it automatically opens up in the next browser. So there is one more option which you can do rather than opening it. If you want to download, you can obviously add one more icon, copy the existing icon, paste it here, and you will be able to use another icon which is download. And this download icon should be visible if and only if this is not folder. So I will say not of this item dot is folder. So if it is a folder, you will not see the download icon, and if it is a file, you will see the download icon. And in on select property, we will be saying launch of. We do have a custom command that we need to use here. So first we need to get the document library name with the site link correctly with the download property. To understand that, let me take you to the document library, and I will open my developer tools. So go to more tools, and in the developer tools, let me reset my page. The recording is on. So what I will do, I will click three dots and I will say download. What is this is it creates all the network related informations here. So I just need only where it says download. So search for it and click this option. This is the default information that we would like to use, followed by the unique ID. So let me copy till this question mark, go back to my Power Apps. I say launch of this. Coming back to the document library where it says unique ID, we will use source URL. Rather than using the unique ID, we will use the source URL because this will be available in our gallery itself using this item.link to item. So let me say source URL is equal to, and let me end the double quotes with an ampersand, this item dot link to item, and let me close this. Now whenever you click the download icon, the file gets downloaded automatically. If you want to view the file, you can click here to view the file in the same browser. By this, we come to end of this video. If you have any questions, please post it in the comment section and we will be happy to help.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel, hit the like button, and press the bell icon for our new video alerts.